My name is Walter Navarro. I am the Vice President of Ad Sales for Viacom CDS, Latin America. And my daily routine now in quarantine consists of waking up, working out, have a big breakfast usually after, and then I sit down in my living room and I work from home. I will try to stop for lunch for about half an hour or so. And then I'll just continue working, and around 6 or 7 p.m. I shut down and try to stop working. I was exposed to the virus, now I know, on June 28th, 2020, on a get together that we had with a few other couples. We all had been isolated and very careful amongst ourselves, so we figured getting together wasn't going to be that big of an issue. At that time, we had already been isolating for a few months. Everybody was experiencing a little bit of isolation fatigue, so we figured getting together for dinner wouldn't be an issue. 2 days later, I started feeling some symptoms. I started having a little shortness of breath, a little cough. When I got the phone call from my sister-in-law, who told us that she had tested positive, so we immediately went to the hospital and got ourselves tested as well, my wife and I. After the 5th day or so of being exposed to the virus is when I started going downhill a little bit more than my wife. I am asthmatic, so I believe that obviously had something to do with it. But my shortness of breath got more and more intense. I was having trouble breathing. I had a fever. I had extreme fatigue. I could barely get up and go to the bathroom. The physical side of it was very challenging. I went to the hospital twice to get my lungs checked. I was given steroids, 2 different rounds, and I was given antibiotics for the infection. And that respiratory issue lasted about 11 days, but that was coupled also with a very difficult mental aspect to it, because not only of not knowing what is going on with this brand new disease and whether or not I was going to make it out of it, considering I had asthma and everything that you were reading at the time, but there was also, I think, a clinical aspect to having corona, psychologically speaking, where I was just very affected mentally. I was feeling depressed, I was feeling anxious, I was crying myself to sleep, I couldn't have conversations with people, my cognitive skills